Help! I've lost my freedom. Now you see me standing before you. I'm not behind bars. Nobody has a gun to my head. There's not even an invisible shield that you may have seen in many science fiction movies. But yet I'm declaring that I am not free. The culprit that holds me hostage is attention deficit disorder, or ADHD. And tonight I will tell you how ADHD takes away one's freedom. Secondly, how ADHD takes away one's self-control. And third, how can somebody who has ADHD get their freedom back? Well, first, ADHD takes away one's freedom by getting rid of their power to make choices. What happens is, when an event happens, the person responds, and the first impression they go with and follows through on their actions, which is not necessarily always the best action to follow on. So because they don't have a choice, they don't have a freedom. So that's how ADHD takes away one's freedom. Now, going over to self-control. Self-control is not following one's initial input, but rather choosing to do something else so that you can get what you want more, or what is for the better health and welfare. And there are 6 components to self-control. First is self-directed thinking, where you think about your impulse and what else, other choices you might have. The second component is actually choosing a choice, either from the impulse or from one of the other choices you have, and following that. So you change your actually what you do from what your impulse was. Now the third component of self-control is a net positive gain, both long-term and short-term. If one had a chance to look at several different options to go on, then see the end results, and then choose the option that has the best results, and you follow that, and that's how you get the best positive, both long-term and short-term. The next component is the preference for delayed results rather than immediate, small rewards. And it's like, instead of say buying the newest gadget, the electronic gadget comes out every year, put the money away to save for down payment on a house, which is more of a long-term, say, goal. The next component of self-control is hindsight and foresight. Because one with ADHD reacts with almost reflex-like action, they don't have a chance to think. They don't think remember past experiences, so they never learn from the past. And therefore they will make the same mistake over and over and over again, because they can't remember the mistakes in the past and learn from them. And for the same reason, they don't think forward as a result of their actions, so they can't look ahead and see what will happen. Now, the last component of self-control is it covers the gap between an event, one's reaction, and final outcome. So it kind of combines everything together. You have an event that creates a reaction, but then you pause, think about several different options you might have, choose the option you want that has the end results that you want, that's best for you, and you go through and do it that way. So that's how you can, with self-control, you get what you want. And of course, ADHD kind of takes that all away. So now that we've covered the 6 components of self-control, how does one who has ADHD get control of his life back? And it's somewhat simple, but yet very difficult. One has to remember to not follow one's first impulse, but to hold back. But that's very difficult for a person who has attention deficit disorder. So they have to sometimes do something physical, such as put the hand in front of the mouth, kind of a physical movement to help remind them, count to 10, or even talk very slowly so that the brain can have a chance to think before one acts. So it may be difficult, but that's how one can, with ADHD, can eventually get their freedom back. So tonight, I've told you how ADHD takes away freedom. Secondly, how ADHD takes away one's self-control. And third, how one who has ADHD, what they can do to help gain their freedom back. Help! I lost my freedom, but I'm making a change.